بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My dear brothers and sisters, it's been a while for the live broadcast. We're gonna pick them up more often. It's just time wise. Inshallah, the ban should be lifted by the end of this month, inshallah, and should be okay. Actually, should be today. Let's see, it's today. Should have been yesterday. So maybe we'll be able to work. But as I said before, it's very difficult sometimes to get on these because I have to take a lot of time away from work, from different things. So alhamdulillah, we'll hit it back inshallah with your support. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy inshallah. Allah barak fikum. So let's jump right into it inshallah. As you know, your questions go into the chat and I'll be addressing them inshallah one by one. Barakallahu fikum wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayyakum Allah. Hope everyone is doing well. Alhamdulillah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Hope everyone is doing really, really good. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in everything you're doing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give victory to our brothers and sisters in Palestine. May Allah help us everywhere we are. Continue help us spread the da'wah. Continue doing the work. Alhamdulillah. For those who are following my work, alhamdulillah, been moving around a lot. Recently visited Kyrgyzstan. Beautiful country, beautiful. May Allah guide the people, may Allah bless the people, and inshallah you might see some new adventures that way with Akhi Adventures. We checked out the horses there. Beautiful horses, beautiful mountains. So for those brothers who are into horse riding, always check it out, inshallah, as we're going to be heading that way. So far we've secured Morocco, Turkey, and Kyrgyzstan is number 3, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Barakallahu feek. Audio's good, video's good. Appreciate it. Alhamdulillah. Alright, excellent. I try to have a little studio, on the go studio. Subhanallah. Allah barak feekum. Okay, let's head up with the questions inshallah. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Appreciate everyone's support and respect. Hayakum Allah. I do want to remind the people to not call me Sheikh. They can call me Brother Gabriel. Alhamdulillah. As I do not ever consider myself Sheikh. Right, and I think our teachers would slap the living days out of us if they would see us calling ourselves sheikhs or allowing everyone or anyone to call us sheikhs. May Allah help us. Tayyib, barakallah fi jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alright, so we can start with the questions on anything inshallah, and I'll try to respond to them. The summer is going by quick. Summer is going by very, very quick, subhanallah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah khair. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yeah, summer's going by quick, my brothers and sisters. And subhanallah, as you can see, things are not looking good for our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Now there's a new tactic that's being used, but it's a very old tactic, and that tactic is of starvation. Now, if anyone understands the art of war, the art of war, one of the strategies is to cut supplies. Okay, one of the strategies is to cut supplies, to literally starve the people, and that's exactly what these evil people are doing. And subhanallah, now people say, hey, it's war, man. well, yeah, it's war, but there's no more humanity. I don't, war is war, right? The funny thing is the hypocrisy of those who have put rules around the war and all these conventions, Geneva Convention, Geneva agreements, and all this is where the hypocrisy is, right? That, okay, war is war, okay, but the hypocrisy, where's the humanity? Where's these security councils? Where are these human rights movements and so on? In reality, what we've learned in the past few months and years is that, as I always say, the golden rule. What is the golden rule, my brothers and sisters? What is the golden rule? Does anyone know? What is the golden rule? What is the golden rule? The golden rule is whoever has the gold makes the rules. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. Okay? That's the golden rule. It's not do unto others what you would like to be done to yourself. No. That's just for like people who don't understand. The golden rule is whoever has the gold makes the rules. Remember that. Now, beer tips. Okay. Let it grow first of all. And then basically you can use castor oil. You can keep it clean, but let it grow. Like mine, by the way, is quite stringy and I just let it grow. Actually, people think that I'm like really cutting a lot. It's really, this is like the longest it will grow. It can grow a little bit longer, but it gets a bit weird. But so I do that, and I use beeswax. I try to keep it like kind of like together by using Australian beeswax. Okay, Australian beeswax. Now, make dua that Allah gives you. Have the intention that Allah gives you a good beer. Mine was horrible at the beginning, horrible. You can look at some of my videos from 2005 and 6 and so on. Okay, like almost 20 years ago, subhanAllah. And 2007, 2009, and you'll see that it was quite weak. I started getting a proper beard, I would say, after a lot of dua and a lot of effort. Maybe 2013, 2014, around there. All right. Genetics as well, right? What do you think about the new hype with Dubai and brothers promoting wealth creation in Dubai? Look, I mean, the brothers are trying to help to cover one of the sections in the Ummah that's not really talked about that much. A lot people obviously want to make money. That's something's gonna happen with or without the brothers doing it. I like that they're coming from an Islamic paradigm. Dubai or no Dubai, that's something we can discuss, right? I mean, I know people are saying like Dubai, but then also these are people who are living in America and the UK who are, number one problems. So totally understand where you're coming from, and I'm not necessarily saying anything, but the brothers are trying to basically cover a segment that a lot of people are not, right? So most people will be going to like Andrew Tate or these kind of the likes of that, which is non-Islamic whatsoever, to build wealth, because human beings need to build wealth. They need to make money, whether it's just building wealth to pay bills or building wealth for higher issues. Bottom line is people are going to do it. So I think the brothers are covering that in a good way, and Allah knows best. I'm not into hyping Dubai or anything like that, or into hyping any other place, nor am I into hyping America or Canada or UK for that matter, or Australia. Definitely not. What's your thought on seeking knowledge first before getting married? Definitely you should seek knowledge, because this is extremely important to seek knowledge before getting married. So you are the imam of the family. Okay, you are the imam of the family, of course. Now, so it's important. Now, should you delay marriage just so you can seek a certain amount of knowledge? Do it in parallel, but have enough knowledge. You have to. You cannot be jahil before you get married. Trust me. Okay? was thinking of starting a platform I can advise young girls on feminism, femininity, how to stay in our Islamic boundaries. Want to start a Faceless page? Could you advise? Yeah, as long as it's faceless, alhamdulillah, and there's no issues. And yeah, we need that. We do need something like that. As I was saying, many of the sisters who are online showing their makeup face and their bodies and their tight abayas and all that, there's no benefit to the content that they create. It's empty. Okay, so if a woman does decide to go online, then at least she should bring some sort of benefit. Okay. Whoever has the money makes the rules. 100%. 100%. That's just the way it is. Like, I need people to wake up. Okay. I need people to wake up and understand that, yes, indeed, whoever has the money makes the rules. It's just the way it is. Like, I mean, everyone tries to talk about like the kindness of humanity and empathy and sympathy and human rights. These are only, this is jargon, narratives. That's just what it is. It doesn't do anything. No amount of moral condemnation is stopping anyone from killing our brothers and sisters. And remember, right now, for the first time in 70 years, guys, we're kind of winning the media war. People, I mean, France, Macron, okay, Macron, who's married to questionably maybe a man, okay, transgender, okay, he is willing to now recognize Palestine. Yet nothing will change, man. These people will not stop. Why? Because the ones who hold real power are supporting them. Real power. The countries in the world, the United Nations, NATO, all these security councils, they are only for show. They will only succeed and operate where they're allowed to. When you go against Big Daddy, then you're basically gonna lose. And that's, look around you. Like, I'm not talking out of my head or out of my back. That's for sure. One of the role of women is to satisfy their husband. Without that, there won't be children. Nowadays is the opposite. Interesting. I see what you're saying. One of the roles of the women is to satisfy the husband. But the man has to satisfy the wife as well. It goes both ways, 100%. 100%. Without that, there won't be children. Nowadays, the opposite. Yeah, it seems like when it comes to probably women controlling, well, women are the gatekeepers to intimacy, right? So if they're not happy and they do not allow intimacy to take place, there won't be children taking place. Women also control their pregnancies now. They control the birth control, whether there should be or not. And a man cannot do anything about it, really, because the laws and legislations around it in most countries will obviously empower women. So this is something that needs to be discussed before marriage, clearly, between brothers and sisters, so they can understand what they're getting themselves into. But that's a good point. Brother Amis is saying, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Gabriel from Muslim Alpha Gang, looking great. Brother, mashallah, jazakallah khair, Allah barik fik, Allahumma barik, mashallah. May Allah bless all of you guys. Big shout out to my brothers who are in our community. Inshallah, tonight we're going to meet again. For those who would like to join us, yeah, we have some some intense things going on, okay, in our community. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I have 162 brothers on our Muslim Alpha community, and it's intense. Alhamdulillah. Great courses, all that. So yeah. Biggest fault of the Dajjal after the Yahud are women. Look, nowadays there's a celebrity in town, women are running to them. 100%. Because it's a trend. The Dajjal is going to be a trendsetter. He is going to claim to be a prophet. And the women are going to be impressed by that. Plus, he's going to have certain behaviors and certain powers that will incite women and turn on women. So women are going to run to him. It's about trends. I mean, women run today, as you said, just to a celebrity. A hijab won't stop them. Niqab won't stop them. I've already proved that before. Illa ma rahima rabbi. Except when a woman really from her side, the inside of her heart, she loves Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much that she restricts herself. She has that self-policing and that woman is a gem. Okay, that woman is so valuable, right? But as the brother said, or sister, yeah, it's all it takes is for, like, I don't know, Maher Zain or someone like, what's the other guy's name that's singing right now, Habibti, Haris J, something like that, right? To come in, and girls were like, go crazy. Now people say it's not their fault. I'm not saying necessarily it's not their fault. It is their fault because they're singing and doing some things that are quite exciting to women. If you know, they know. Of course, they know, or their producers know female nature. That's why, if you actually check who are the ones who are supporting these kind of things, it's women. Women have purchasing power for makeup, for fashion, for music, for films, for shows, series, for romance novels. Again, it's not something that, oh, we hate women. No, it's about female nature. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put hijab on woman, not on the man. Restriction to stay in the house and permission to leave on woman and not the man. Okay, certain behaviors that are restrictive on women and not men. And of course, the world has put policies around that to invalidate that and to jail or to legally take action against men who would enforce those Islamic rulings. Brother Nabil says, do you think men need to know martial arts, or are some self-defense basic stuff? I believe, men need to know self-defense. Martial arts, definitely. I would say the most important things is boxing and wrestling. These two, if you know them, you're good. And if you can get good at low kicks, then you're a machine. Definitely, it's very important to get married, because you're going to be a protector. If something happens, you need to protect your family. You need to know how to scrap, for sure, 100%. All right. He's drawing people halal. I want to draw comics for Muslim teens to help them guys, especially with all these comics out there. But I'm okay. So, in general, the ruling of the ulama, not mine, okay, that it is haram. They have made some exceptions when it comes to education. If you can cover their faces, because there is a hadith that it's about the face, by putting, for example, sunglasses on. Okay, some people have tried like that. In general, the ruling is not allowed. Okay, but if you are doing it for education and you can cover the eyes specifically, like putting sunglasses on or certain things, or some ulama have allowed. I'm just giving you what the ulama have said. I'm not giving a fatwa. A'udhu billah. I'm not qualified to ever do that. All right, but yeah, if you can, inshallah, like as I said, the ulama allow it. And we need that. I exactly know what sister was saying, what sister Aisha was saying. Like, that's something that these magna and these books and these anime, it's really insane. But what advice would you have for me? I feel like I lack high masculine and dominant frame, assertiveness, and I feel like no matter how much I try to work out or similar, I'm still too nice. Okay, so there's a difference between being nice and being firm. Be firm. Don't be too nice. To be able to be firm, you're going to have to do things that are firm. You're going to have to say no to people. You're going to have to take certain steps where people are going to be like, what's wrong with you? Why did you change? You used to be so nice. That's what they like when they say that. No. You're going to have to put some limits around you. And you do it by, first of all, sit down and journal. Journal each event where you start putting boundaries and see, for example, what did you do good? What did you not good? What was wrong? And so on. Okay, so journal. And every event, try to see where did you make a mistake. You understand? So try to take it to the next level the next time. So you have to have consciousness. When you want to make a change, like, you have to be aware of it. You don't just fly in the wind. No, you have to actually use consciousness and indeed, just journaling, having a notebook and writing things and just journaling every day, reviewing how did I do, why did I go wrong, why was I too soft, will help you, inshallah. And as the brother said before, I always advise people get into conflict. And the best conflict that is managed and it's okay, it's contained, it's safe is martial arts. You see the video of about the rulers? I have not. I will check it out. One call from MBS could end Gaza inside. Oh yeah, I guess so. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think a lot of people would be able to actually end that, but they are not able. I don't know. Maybe they're not able to. Maybe no matter how much authority or power you think you have, these people have more. Okay, these people have more. Ash says, I'm in professional school next year, brother. I know in the community with excellent dean will be joining as well. I'm interested, but he doesn't know I exist and reaching out is inappropriate. Okay, I see what this is saying. There's a brother. Yeah, I mean, look, you can use someone, ask someone who knows him, a sister who might have a brother, a sister who might have a, father who can speak on your behalf. You don't have to reach out to him necessarily yourself, okay? Reach out to him through someone, a teacher, someone who can do it for you. But I agree, it probably, depending on your culture, it's nothing wrong if you were to say something, but yeah, could be, yeah. How to find a masculine, righteous man. Yeah. So masculine is one thing, righteous is another thing. Sometimes you find masculine but not righteous. Sometimes you find righteous but not masculine. This is the contrast. It's a paradox. So in places where righteous masculine men should be, usually masjids, but these days, sadly, in the masjids, we don't even know. Are they righteous even? Masculine, not so much. Look at projects. Look at people who actually do work for Islam. Don't just pray. This is what I always usually say. Look at people who actually work for Islam. And be careful. Be careful of people who are just too much into themselves. Always fighting with everyone. Yes, sometimes we have to fight with people. Sometimes we have to criticize. But sometimes people... that's like all they do is just fight with others. Assalamu alaikum. Started online work and my mental health problems are causing me to feel anxious. Have to figure it out all myself. Means everything to me. I do believe Allah, but still scared. Face your fears, bro. Just gotta go straight forward, man. Just face those fears and don't worry. Okay? Just face those fears. It is what it is. Like, face your fears. That's the only way, brother. Honesty. That's the only way. Face your fears. How do I... one concern I have, if I strive to get wealthy and successful for the sake of deen, I get deluded and start to love dunya. This is the contradiction, the dilemma that we have in the ummah. Think Abdurrahman bin Auf. Okay, he leaves everything in Mecca, goes to Medina. The Ansar of Medina say, hey, don't worry, take half of my wealth, take one of my wives. He says, la, barakallahu lakuma, wa barakallahu fi malik wa ahlak. And he says, dalini ala souk, dalini ala souk. Guide me to the market, don't worry. He becomes one of the wealthiest men, quickly. So you have to have that. Why? Look at what they did though. Look at Abdurrahman, who he was. Look at who Uthman was. Look at Abu Bakr was. How much they gave money to da'wah. keep that in mind. Yeah, there's a chance that you're going to start loving dunya. We all have this in our hearts, and we're all predisposed to this, by the way. But don't be afraid, because make that intention that you're going to use that dunya for the akhirah. فَابْتَغِي فِي مَا أَتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارُ الْآخِرَةِ. Whatever Allah has given you, search the akhirah with it. Okay, Salam says, what advice would you give to sisters for their wedding night? I have done a course for sisters and for brothers. It's called The Art of the First Night. The Art of the First Night. Go to my website. I'll type it here. Okay, gabrielromaani.com. And gabrielromaani.com. And you can see The Art of the First Night. I've spent a lot of time. It's polite. It's good. It's for brothers, one, and for sisters. So if you're a sister, take the sister one, obviously. All right. And this will explain to you the fiqh, the sunnahs, and things to consider and to think about. And hopefully, if you're getting married to a brother, tell him to take the man's side too. So then you guys will actually synergize, and you'll, it's important. Okay. Very important. All right. May Allah bless you. Barakallahu feekum. Practical advice, someone who can read Arabic and has a bit of vocabulary, any program or course. There is the Open University. I can't remember, but it's a good program that you can study in the Arabic language. Yeah, so if you can read Arabic, there's good books. You can start working towards understanding more. Watch news in Arabic. Watch news in Arabic. It'll help you a lot. Okay, this person says, why do you fools discuss which woman can solve the Gaza conflict when Allah the Almighty stand up for 5 days a day, is not able? The guy doesn't even know how to spell or how to write in English, so how can we even explain or answer him? He doesn't even know how to write properly. Dismissed. Okay. Okay. I was in a haram relationship last year. Alhamdulillah, and then my ex was becoming lesbian. Was studying in women only university. She was sexting with her female best friend. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you're a sister or a brother. Whichever way it is. Yeah, the women are becoming, sadly, more and more into same-sex attraction, especially in women-only schools and universities. I've been discussing this for many, many years. I posted something about it recently as well. I've been doing lectures. I've been researching this. Probably the only one who talks about this in the Muslim community. Everyone's shaming me for it. But I want to reiterate again that there's sisters who have been coming to our team for counseling for a very long time now. And I'll just tell you, for example, the sister I spoke to yesterday, a niqabi sister, practicing sister. She said, Jazakallahu khair. Keep going, because you're the only one who speaks about this. And she said, I thought I was crazy because I couldn't find some solutions or some understanding of this issue. And you have opened my eyes to understand these things and to know where they're coming and what the problems are. Okay. So I understand, even if it's a man who says that this is a woman, or a woman who is in harm, it goes both ways. Not only were the women sex to other female best friends, but they also send like nudes to each other, and they think that this is okay. So female behavior when it comes to this kind of thing is excused as normal. They're saying, we're just girls. Girls do that kind of stuff. No, it is gay. Okay. And girls are becoming increasingly gay, increasingly lesbian. It goes first to confusion, bisexualism, and then it can lead into labeling themselves as full-on lesbians, and so on. I have two theories on this. Maybe I'll explain a bit more later. But there's a lot of research to back up my theories. Understand the difference between a law and a theory. So I still hold them as theories. One of them is that there is something deeply rooted into female nature that allows them to become like this much easier than men. Okay, that's one theory. I can expand on it more next time. And the second of theory, and the two kind of going together, is that the environment, especially this masculinization of women, changes their hormones and their cognition, and it makes them feel more like men. Obviously, they're doing so many manly things. So therefore, I call it the theory of polarity. Therefore, by polarity, they'll be attracted to what looks like a female or acts like a female, even though, even that woman might be not so feminine. But obviously, what we assess is based on what we see on the front. But Belkins, I'm not sure, are you a woman or a man? That would also bring a bit more context to understand. So if you can type that you're a woman or a man, that will make me understand things a little bit better. Now, okay, Bismillah. Allah barik feek, alhamdulillah, ameen. I'm not sure if the super chats are on yet, but they're supposed to be reactivated from yesterday. I was banned for 3 months, as you guys know, so I'm not sure if they're still on. If anyone can check, maybe I don't have to activate or something. Okay, how to stop caring for what people think. It's not that easy. It's not a button. You have to practice. You have to just ignore. Salute. Maybe a Romanian brother, mashallah. I'm a brother and I'm from Pakistan. Okay, so brother Belkin says he's a brother. So he was in a relationship with a woman and she was becoming lesbian. Yeah, she probably caught her sexting to other women. Yeah, so again, women are very inappropriate with each other, and then they let themselves go down. Then they start watching lesbian porn. That gets them, really destroys their sexuality. Again, you have to understand, we do talk to sisters in counseling. We have about 12 members in our team, alhamdulillah. They're sisters, there's brothers. So we have these cases all the time. And what the commonalities and the patterns that we see is that, yes, women are very much into seeing the nakedness of other women. Then they get things changed in their mind. Then they start exploring. And then they end up on pornography. Then specifically women on women. And then from there on, it's just a slippery slope. Then yes, they will start the whole sexting with best friends. They think it's funny. They think it's a joke. Also sending inappropriate pictures. It starts with just sending pictures in tight clothes to validate each other. And as the sister from last night was saying, that was something so important for her because she had this inferiority complex. She thought she was ugly. So these girls were telling how attractive she is, and that really helped her. But then it went on slippery slope because they started taking off more clothes till it became nudes. So imagine women sending each other nudes. Sisters sending each other nudes. Practicing sisters, right? Thinking that it's something that girls do anyway. It's not a big deal. Yeah. For the group link, if you want to join us, inshallah, it is muslimalpha.com. Inshallah. Join our community, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Do you believe that lesbian is the reason why a lot of young sisters don't want to get married? I'm a sister and I've noticed some sisters making questionable comments when describing other women. Yeah, 100%. Not only lesbianism, so they are like best friends, girls that are very close to each other, always hugging, holding hands. They do engage in intimate relationships that allows them to delay marriage and sometimes even not to get married at all. Right? They hide, and again, because society is very permissive, has even fetishized lesbianism, right? Like most men love it. People think it's hot, whatever. The movies and everything has fetishized. Feminism has weaponized it. There's political lesbianism, by the way. You can search it up to see what it means. So yeah, a lot of the women are hiding behind niqabs, behind hijabs. I have clients who their wives cheated on them with other girls. I have clients who have married two sisters, and those sisters were in sexual relationships together when the man was not home. Okay, and he didn't understand why they're trying to push him so they can live together. Many cases. I've hundreds, if not thousands, of cases. So it's not like one thing that, oh my God, it's like a one-off. No. So I do agree with the sister. I do believe that it's a reason why a lot of young sisters don't want to get married. Yes, what you've noticed is quite right, that sisters will describe other women in a very, very inappropriate way, very sexual way. They get turned on by it. They are not very attractive to men anymore. Some men are not that good looking. Some men are very weak as well. But we can't blame men, right, for women's lesbianism. Another reason is masturbation and porn. Okay, women using toys that are so accessible now, sexual toys, and those toys obviously can satisfy them enough for them to delay marriage or to not even get married. With men, it's a little bit different. On men's side, it's not that many things. A man still needs a woman no matter what. So that's what gives women even an advantage when they're not interested in men. It's called the principle of least interest, that allows them to manipulate, to get the higher hand in marriage and many other things. No, but it's a good observation that the sisters made. And again, it's a sister. I'm not pushing things on anyone. They're the ones coming to us. Why? Because we're raising awareness, and they're like saying, like, again, to quote the sister from last night, may Allah bless her and guide her, because she's a good sister, she's very practicing, and she stopped this whole thing for the sake of Allah. And my, heart goes to her, and my appreciation, my respect to her, my respect to the sister that I spoke last time, and she knows who it is. She watches my stuff. Maybe she's watching this broadcast as well. May Allah bless her, because she quit everything. She quit her haram relationship. She was in an all-girls school. One of her closest friends that she had to cut off, they met in madrasa, in Islamic madrasa, and she was having same-sex attraction. Many things. But my respect for them, because these women are fighting it, but there's those who are championing it. That's a big difference. All right. And she also wears niqab. She didn't look like liberal. Yeah, I mean, again, even the sister that I spoke to last night wears niqab. Okay. One of my best friend's wife is a lesbian. But they know and they respect each other, and she doesn't practice it, obviously, and she wears niqab. So, yeah, niqab doesn't necessarily mean unless... Yeah, it's a big topic. It's a big topic, right? So, yeah, they can hide behind anything. Even if they don't, it's so hard for society to even understand or to know that whether they are. Because again, no one's going to question. If two men hold hands, God, except if you're like in certain countries. But even then, man, come on. But women will do all kinds of weird things. Right? For men, when we see a man even getting too close to each other, we're like, whoa, bro. Is this gay, bro? Chill out, right? Right away, we check them. But for women, no one really cares. Right? And especially parents, they don't know. Oh yeah, I'm studying with my friend. Oh, this is my bestie, my wifey, my lovey, my this. I love you, touchy feely. No one questions it because it's been normalized in society. Even parents are fooled, man. Okay, psychological tips to overcome issues related to jinn, ashik, jinn, marriage blockage. Strong ruqya, self ruqya. Start today. Ayatul Kursi, Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Baqarah. Read Surah Al-Baqarah. Start today. Now. You yourself. Don't wait for any sheikh to come. Start heavily reciting Surah Al-Baqarah, inshallah. Okay. Barakallahu fikum. Is it true that lesbianism is common in some Arab cultures? It's very common. I would say again, how do I know? So I was and I'm still a consultant, but I was a school principal in some Arab countries. I had thousands of students. Thousands. At one point I had 2 schools, and then I became the general director in charge of certain things on almost 7 schools at one point. Now I'm consulting 9 schools and running 9 schools. But when I was in these Arab countries, I've never seen this amount of lesbianism, even in the West, okay, where it's open. Especially in girls' school and girls-only school. Like I had thousands of students. So our schools were separate. Islamic schools. By the way, these are not just private schools. Islamic schools. Out of the 7 ones, let's say about 3 or 4 were Islamic, to be honest, okay? And the rest were not. But in the Islamic one, the ones that I had most experience with, and obviously these issues will come through my office as I was the main leader in that school, 100%, there's so much more. Many reasons as to why. So one of the reasons is that they're given all this phones, these access to media, to pornography, but no tarbiyah and no taqwa. There's separation by walls, but there's no taqwa to separate them. Alright, brothers and sisters, barakallahu fikum, jazakallah khair. I'm going to have to cut it today, inshallah. I'm going to come back live probably tomorrow. Hopefully we can bring back on the super chats, inshallah, and we hope for your support so we continue this. Appreciate that. I'm going to post this on. Barakallahu fikum. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.